Hi, welcome to the 7th video of the Seminar Director video series. Today we are celebrating Prepare-Enrich's 35th anniversary by doing 35 things that to know as a seminar director.
So these 35 things there can be some facts about marriage and Prepare-Enrich. There are going to be some tips or tricks that you didn't know you could do as a seminar director. So we're just kind of throwing them all out there, and we're going to pull them out of this little bag to add some fun into it. So I'll start. The first one, did you know that students from a variety of different disciplines, including, programs at the seminary, marriage and family therapy, social work, family life education, all different counseling programs, they all can get trained in Prepare-Enrich during their program. So you can always check with your local college or your alma mater and see if you can bring training to that school.
All right. All right, did you know that we will email you a list of your participants from your workshop after we get your workshop cards? Pretty basic process.
Yeah, and you can keep it from every workshop that you have and just build on it. Pretty cool. So did you know that a Prepare-Enrich workshop averages 3 to 4 attendees at each one? So if you're attending, if you're having 3 or 4 people at every workshop, you are right in there with everybody else.
Some people think they might be, low numbers, but that is completely normal and great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Every facilitator has the ability to modify the email addresses of a couple even after the login code is sent. So this is kind of part of, administration for couples. Some people forget that they can modify that email address at any time.
Yeah, and they might see there's a message on there saying they can't change the name, but we have to do that for them, but they can always change the email address. So the average length of a marriage in the United States is 8 years.
You can only order resource kits over the phone. This is to ensure that we can get you your materials and plenty of time for your workshops. I know we do get calls every once in a while asking where you can locate and order resource kits online. You can't. We want you to call us.
Exactly. It's really just to make sure we can get them to you. So, seminar directors have the best attendance at workshops when they schedule them early. So we find you schedule a couple months ahead of time, you really can improve your chances for people attending.
There is a customizable workshop poster on the Prepare-Enrich website. You can download it, fill in your details, and post it throughout your community to advertise your workshops.
It's a great idea. So did you know that over 3 million couples have taken Prepare-Enrich? That's pretty impressive, I think.
That's a lot of couples.
Mm-hmm.
We have a special group on Facebook just for seminar directors. Join at www.facebook.com/groups/pe.seminardirectors, as you may have heard us say a few times in these videos before.
Just a couple. We have, I think, over 200 members in that group, so it's a pretty strong community to be a part of, and can always ask questions. It's really a casual place. So, the next one, we encourage seminar directors to schedule twice a year. We find that gives you a nice kind of flow. Twice a year, you can schedule it fall and spring, or winter and summer, whatever works best for you, but that happens probably most often, and we really like to encourage that.
Prepare-Enrich has 2 additional versions which are free to all facilitators, and those are the adoption foster care version and the parenting version. You've probably heard us talking about these before as well, and it's really just a simple call to us or an email letting us know that you would want that activated in your account.
That's something to let all your new facilitators know too after you get done with training. Tell them to call us or email. You can do that. So did you know that the original research that provided the foundation for Prepare-Enrich was done at the University of Minnesota? Right here in our hometown.
Really not far from our office at all.
No, exactly.
Seminar directors who do their own marketing for workshops beyond just posting on the Prepare-Enrich website have an average of 3 more workshop participants. So while posting on our website is a great idea, it's kind of what you put into it you'll get out of it. So
exactly. So we have regional seminar director representatives, but when you call, you can always ask to speak with anyone in customer service. So even if you know that Ann is your rep, you can still call and talk to anybody in customer service. We all are able to help answer your questions.
Yep, and that way, an order doesn't get delayed or something like that.
Exactly.
Facilitators can purchase hard copies of the Standard Couples Workbook or the Biblical Couples Workbook from our website. You can also download a PDF of each version, as well as a Catholic version and a parenting version.
So we also have a specific process for late registrants. So this happens sometimes, and we've done another video on it about what happens when you don't have time to order kits for somebody. So check that out if you are not sure of that process.
There are many free meeting rooms sprinkled throughout your community. You just have to find them. We've heard this from a few different seminar directors that places like grocery stores, libraries, there's free rooms that you can use for holding a workshop.
You'd be surprised, and I think a couple times we've just Google searched for different seminar directors and found ones right in their community, so just look for them. So this is kind of interesting. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has the most seminar directors in the entire country.
It's a very big area.
It is.
We are always looking to add new seminar directors, but unfortunately, Maine, Vermont, and Hawaii currently do not have any trainers. So
if you're going to move to any of those states, let us know. We'd be really happy. I'm just kidding. So the average seminar director trained 9 people in 2014. So if you're not sure, you can always, think back to your workshops you had, see where you were at, but that was our average.
Seminar directors can fill out a form to request the use of the Prepare-Enrich logo for promotional purposes. Just give us a call. We'll email you a form. You just tell us how you're going to be using our logo, and then you can place that on your website to promote your workshops or, just tell couples about Prepare-Enrich.
Yeah, it's a great addition to any marketing you're already doing. You can market your workshops to those you've already trained or other people that are already trained and call it a refresher. So this is helpful for people who haven't used in many years or not since the paper pencil version, and just to kind of refresh them on the whole process, and you can make a little money off of it too by having them attend.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for a business card that distinguishes you as a Prepare-Enrich trainer? We have a template for that in the Seminar Director Help Box, where you'll find lots of other good resources for you.
Exactly. So 85% of the Prepare-Enrich workshops that were held in 2014 had less than 11 participants. So if you had a workshop where you had more than 11, you are really high up there in the very small percentage of really large workshops. So it's kind of comforting to know that 11 is kind of the breaking point of what our normal workshop attendance might look like.
We send out a specific Seminar Director newsletter every other month. The next one will come in February, so make sure to read it, as it's full of important tips, information, and reminders. That's how we communicate to you primarily. So
exactly. If you're not getting it, let us know. We can make sure, see what's going on. So we also have a Facebook page for Prepare-Enrich and a Twitter account for Prepare-Enrich. So if you're not already following us, go do that. We update daily. If you want to write something to us, we will share it and everything. It's a nice place to see a lot of different types of information.
The average cost couples spend on their wedding and reception is $30,000.
So it definitely is worth the $35 to take Prepare-Enrich if you're already spending that much money.
Exactly.
So ID numbers are assigned to new facilitators and sent to them via email within 1 to 2 business days of our office receiving those blue registration cards that you sent us. So sometimes people don't know how their participants will find out that number. Just tell them to look for an email. It'll be coming their way.
The Seminar Director PowerPoint can be customized to fit your training. I guess if you're familiar with PowerPoint, you know you can usually edit them.
Mm-hmm.
So this just gives you a nice framework that you can then tailor if you need to or want to.
So 7 CEUs are available for the training, and those CEUs are actually based on the resource kit, not the training itself. So that's important. Sometimes you'll get questions from participants wanting to know, how they get the CEU credits. There's a form they fill out. They can handle it with us, but that's what they're based on, so that's kind of interesting.
Common positive feedback from newly trained facilitators is that they love your personal stories and the experiences that you share with them as a trainer.
We hear that a lot. It's always on the evaluation sheets. We're getting down there, Ann. Just a couple left. So Prepare-Enrich is available in 12 different languages for the facilitator and for couples.
All right, and common negative feedback from newly trained facilitators is about the workshop environment. So this usually has to do with the room temperature, too hot, too cold, technical difficulties with the projector or something like that.
Stuff you really don't have a lot of control over, so
Right.
that's nice to know that it's not your fault usually. So the 35th thing that we wanted you guys to know is that David and Karen Olson began training clergy and counselors in Prepare back in 1980, making 2015, this year, our 35th anniversary here at Prepare-Enrich. And we are really excited to continue celebrating with you throughout the entire year. And just make sure to stay tuned, because we're going to do stuff the whole rest of the year and have some fun things going on. And we just want to celebrate because it's really special to us. So we've been doing it for 35 years and making a lot of difference, building stronger marriages and healthy relationships. So
Thanks for watching.
thanks.